About 5 months ago, we bought this brand new RV, and we're beginning to think it was a mistake. And for those of you who followed us along that journey, you're probably pretty confused because we were obviously really excited about getting this new RV. So yes, we have some explaining to do. So in this video, we're gonna tell you how we ended up buying this RV in the first place, why we thought it was the right one for us, then why we're realizing we might have been wrong, and what we're gonna do about it.
All right, guys, first up, we're gonna tell you guys why we bought this RV. But we also have to install this brand new AC for our bedroom because our bedroom AC does not work anymore. It died. First, we gotta figure out how to even get it on the roof. These things are not light.
Well, why are you doing it? Oh, Craig, why are you doing it?
Well, the mobile tech is all the way on about an hour and a half from here. I don't want to wait. I've been sweating every night. It's always 10 to 15 degrees hotter in the bedroom than what it is in the living room. So I'm just installing it. I think I'm gonna get the tractor though. We're gonna load it up in the tractor and then see how high the tractor can lift it. Maybe I can get on the roof and I can reach down and just grab it and pull it up. I had to move the trailer earlier. It was parked right in the way and I forgot all this stuff in the bucket. So now we gotta unhook the trailer, drive this back to the storage container.
We put that stuff in the bucket to take it from over here to over there.
And then
I
brought
it back over here.
So let's go unload this first. Dang it.
All right, to understand really how we ended up buying an RV that we think we regret, I feel like we have to give you our backstory. So this is gonna be our quick backstory RV life journey. So we hit the road back in 2021. We sold our house. We had bought a used 2014 fifth wheel that we bought from a dealership for $15,000. And we had fun. We did the thing. It broke down all the time. It was literally falling apart. The back wall was falling off. The slides stopped working. And if you guys were with us since the beginning, then you know that RV very well. A little more. Stop. Let's hope the hydraulics don't fail.
Let's hope. That's what everybody says.
It'll crash right into the RV.
So as it turns out, it's pretty simple to get an AC on the roof if you're doing this yourself. All you gotta do is carry a tractor, a boat lift, you know, any kind of simple tool like that really. We would carry ours with us, but we went with a smaller toy hauler, so it don't really fit in ours. But if you got the bigger one, you can just carry your tractor and the toy hauler with you, just in case your AC goes out. Well, when your AC goes out, if it's the GE apparently. All right, I think, should be able to pull it up pretty simple actually. But I think what I'll do is pull this up, set it here, and start taking that one off.
And I'm gonna move the tractor.
Yeah, it's probably
just
a good
in
idea.
case.
All right. All right, guys, we got to start on the inside first. I think this has to come down. Make sure the breaker's off to it. No power. We don't want to get shocked, so let's turn the breaker off. All right, bedroom AC. There we go.
So in 2023, we said enough was enough. We were spending more time fixing our RV than enjoying the road. So we decided to buy a brand new RV. We bought a Brinkley Z3100. It was model number 101. So like super early model. We didn't know a single person that owned one of these things, but we had seen them at the Tampa RV show the year prior and we liked it, so we bought it. Like any RV, it had some issues, but overall we really enjoyed traveling in it. We took it all the way up to Alaska and back, at which time we decided we were a little bored and we wanted a project, which is when we bought our old Class C off Facebook Marketplace and completely rebuilt it on the inside. We left the fifth wheel in storage and then took our DIY Class C on an epic road trip all the way down to Baja for the second time and on Route 66. We came back, moved back into our fifth wheel, and that's when we started looking for a piece of land where we could do more DIY projects, because we knew we wanted to do more DIY projects. And that's when we bought this piece of property we're sitting on right now. But then, right after closing on this piece of property, we had a trip planned up to the Outer Banks, so we went on that trip, and on that trip is when our old Z3100, after our DIY faucet install, the water line broke underneath the sink and the whole thing got flooded, ended up totaling it, and so we had to get a new RV. It was very unplanned, and we were up at Three-Way Campers in North Georgia, and we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do in life. Which RV did we want to buy? Because we had to live somewhere. We were planning to come back and start developing this property, and we needed a place to live while doing that. So that brings us to why we even buy this RV then, why we choose this one. You know why we bought an RV, but why did we choose this RV?
So we walked through this specific floor plan at unofficial Brinkley rally, and it ended up being our favorite floor plan, with us needing to edit and having a back office.
And the patio
and
for the dogs.
For the dogs. Like, we're like, oh, this is the one. If we ever upgrade, this is the one.
But we had no plans on ever upgrading.
No, before the flood, if you'd asked us, I'd have told you I was never buying another RV. But then that was a pretty tough time with everything going on with Maverick, and then that happened. And then upgrading the truck was another stress. It was a self-induced stress, but it's still a stress nonetheless.
Old Three-Way Camper had a Brinkley G3250 sitting on the lot. And I guess, you know, guys, that's just what did it. We saw it and we were like, this floor plan is a perfect floor plan. And we still think it's the perfect floor plan for like living in.
It is, yeah, for living in. However, we like to travel when we're in our RV. This is the longest we've ever sat in one place.
And it has been super functional for living in. However,
it's expensive. What is this, like 300 square feet? It was a super expensive 300 square feet.
So that's an important point that I wanted to note, is the price difference between our first RV and this RV. Our first RV was $15,000 and it fell apart. Our second RV was right about $100,000. This RV, we paid about $160,000 for it. And that is a pretty big price tag for an RV that might not be good for everything you want to do in it, which brings us to why we might be realizing that we made a mistake. Careful.
Good?
Oh, I'm good. So it all has to do with the idea of traveling in this RV, which of course is why you buy an RV in the first place, to travel, typically. Everything about this RV is more cumbersome to travel with.
You ready?
Yeah, I think so. The important thing to know though is that our travel style now is much different than it was when we first started RVing. Because we stayed, how long did we stay places when we first started?
About 2 weeks.
Yeah, we would be
normal.
like 2 weeks, so we maybe
average.
moved like twice a month. But now things are a little bit different for us.
We move a lot now.
What's Craig doing up there? He's just wiring stuff, thinking and talking. Wow, so impressive he is.
Yep, so if it's wired wrong or something, it's Victoria's fault because she wants me to do all this at the same time.
I'll explain to you guys our travel style right now. Right now, we move usually 2 to 3 times a week. When we were in the Class C, it was so freeing. It was so cool. We just pick up and go. It was so easy. It was stress-free. You just travel. We moved every 2 to 3 days. And in our next travel season, we want to move fast too. We want to move probably at least twice a week, which is like 8 times a month. And if packing up and moving is really annoying 8 times a month, that is the part that I personally am dreading. And it's going to make traveling just not so fun for us. And the whole point of us traveling is to have fun, right?
I want to have fun.
Like, we go out on the road to enjoy life, make cool content, and that's one reason why we travel faster too, is because we're making these videos, and it's hard to make really interesting videos when we're sitting in a spot for too long. Other people can do it, but we just don't know how to do it. And I know some of you are wondering, like, how could this fifth wheel be so much more difficult than your last fifth wheel? because that's what I thought too. I thought it's just a few extra things. It's not that big of a deal. But the last few times we've traveled, it has felt like a much bigger deal than I initially thought it would be. So I'm just going to list to you. This is not meant to be a like complaining list. This is just a list of things that I didn't think about prior to buying this RV. We have to move the couch chairs, which also means moving the dining chairs and attaching everything in that area together to make sure that it doesn't move. Then we have to secure the food pantry, the knife cabinet, the silverware drawer cabinet, the slide out cabinet in the bathroom, remove the microwave plate. We have to buckle the TV, and then we have to try vacuuming underneath the slide out flaps, which is basically impossible because of how the couch sits on them. So it stresses me out every day thinking there's a rock under there and it's gonna tear our floor.
Probably is.
One day,
it probably is already tore.
I haven't seen it yet. We have to move the island stools, secure the bikes and all the items in the garage, and then make sure when the slide comes in that the couch goes over the slide correctly, because it like slides over it, and if it doesn't do right, the little slide out flap gets all bunched up and might tear. We also have 2 dump pipes, like 2 places to dump our tanks, which makes that all take a lot longer. I had to dump the tanks the other day and hook up both things. It was really, really annoying. I understand why Craig's annoyed by it.
She always makes me do it too.
And then there's the electrical cord, which is all up inside the little storage bay thing. And it is just a hassle to deal with, as you guys heard us talk about before. Our front jacks are also a lot lower, which obviously I knew, but that adds to the travel day stress of making sure we don't go over anything that's gonna knock one of our jack stand things off. And on top of that, we had to install airbags on the truck just to be able to tow this RV because the hitch weight is so stinking high. After the airbags, by the way, has been really good. The ride is way better. It definitely worked. So if you're dealing with that, can recommend the airbags. And we don't say all this to be like a big complaining session or anything like that. I just wanted to list the reasons why, because I know people are gonna ask. And ultimately, we chose to buy this RV. We could have thought about all of these things prior to purchasing it. It was a really crazy time in our lives, and we kind of just made an impulsive decision. And you guys know that we are not scared of showing you guys our mistakes. We have always been honest and transparent with you.
Yeah, because if that's the case, I wouldn't have shown me crushing the tractor.
Yeah, like many things in life, this does come back to the money.
That's the big issue. I don't know. I personally do not think that it's worth it to me, because I'm not getting the value out of what we spent on it in life, if that makes sense. And I'm not placing the term value on just the money side of it. I'm placing it on like the adventure, the enjoyment, everything. Like, I mean, it's great. You can live in it and you have a bed, and all you gotta do is replace something once every couple weeks, and it's perfectly fine. Which houses, you gotta replace stuff on them too, but
if all we're using this RV for is to live stationary on our land,
it wouldn't make sense to keep this. Like, we could literally build what's called a tiny house, and it'd be 3 times the size of the RV and still be way cheaper.
Cheaper than the RV.
Yeah.
We're paying for it every month, so that is a big thing that we think about when we're traveling.
Yeah, that payment ain't cheap.
No, it's not cheap. We pay extra because those interest rates are high.
Also, we need to make something clear real quick, though. For anybody that's like, well, if you can't afford it, you shouldn't have bought it. That ain't the case. We can afford it. We're making our payments just fine. We're paying extra every month just to pay it off quicker and everything. So it's not that we can't afford it, but it's like, it's still the same amount of money that you're spending on this thing. Like, I don't think this product is worth what they charge for it right now.
For us, right now, our travel style.
Yeah, for us. And I mean, like if your plan is like, go to a nice campground and sit and hang out and relax for a week or 2 weeks or however long, this thing's phenomenal for that. But that ain't what we're doing.
We want to have adventures like the Class. Okay, so the Class C ruined us, guys. The Class C ruined us. It was so freeing to be able to just like go. It was easy. When that motorcycle hit it and there was a hole in the side, we slapped a patch on it and we kept going. If the motorcycle hits this, we're gonna have to drop everything and take it to get repaired properly. Bring it back to new, because again, we're paying on it every month. We can't just lose all the value in it. That's what we mean when we're talking about like the money side of things with it.
And for a lot of people out there, I don't know if you know, but RVs break. If you're buying an RV and you don't think it's gonna break, you are very mistaken. Maybe, and I'll say there's some people that get a good one and it doesn't break. This is our third one, and every single RV we've had, fourth one. This is our fourth one.
True, yeah.
It's our fourth one. Every RV we've ever had has had issues. The first Brinkley, literally the first time taking it out boondocking, a wire shorted out in the storage area and about caught the thing on fire. So it's like, I mean,
Stuff happens.
Yeah, you can't plan for it all. So it's, I don't know. And a lot of y'all they're all thinking now that's like, well, it sounds like you got your minds made up. I don't want my mind to be made up. I want to go on this trip that we got planned with this thing, and it changed my mind. That's what I want. I want it to be just the best time I've ever had in an RV. Nothing's gonna go wrong. All the ACs will work for the entire time. The speakers outside will just magically start working again. The hydraulic leveling system will seal itself and quit leaking, and it will be a great time. That's what's gonna happen. And then we're gonna be like, we can't sell this thing. It's the best RV ever. That's what I think's gonna happen. Okay, so my mind is not made up, or it's not unchangeable. That's what it is. My mind is not unchangeable. All right, let's turn it on. We're gonna try it out, and while we're under it right here, Victoria's at the on-off button, we're gonna see if it's making a lot of funny noises or working perfectly. So. Sounding pretty good. No issues. Let's see if it blows cold.
Okay, I'm gonna turn it down. Turn it down.
It's pretty cold.
Let me feel that. Yeah, I think it's cold.
All right, we got AC. I can quit sweating tonight. It seems to be working great, guys. It's pumping out some cold air, so that's a good sign. We still got to torque these to the right specs. I just got them cinched down, I guess, a little bit. But I don't have a torque wrench that goes as small as this. It needs to be either 3 foot-pounds of torque or was it 35 inch-pounds? And I don't have one. I don't even have one that does inch-pounds. And 3 foot-pounds. That's so tiny. So we're gonna go get a torque wrench and come back and then torque all this down. We also still got to put the bottom cover on. It's an easy peasy install right here, guys. The quick connects on this thing, the way they have it set up, makes it pretty simple to install. It is definitely like RV owner easy if you can get it up on the roof and the old one off. That's the hardest part. All done. All done. We just gotta carry everything down now.
Including?
Yeah, let's move that back there, then you can hop down and I'll throw it in the tractor when you lift it up.
So our plan, like Craig said, is to take this thing on a trip. We're gonna take it on a trip just like we do all our other trips and test it out. We're gonna travel in the way we want to travel and see how it does for it. Which also means we have a few upgrades and changes we need to make on this thing for our trip, because there are things that I know will annoy us throughout our travels. Like the amount of solar and batteries that come stock on this thing and the fact that it lasts about like 3 hours. So we have to change that. There we have it. Big thank you to eTrailer for sponsoring today's video. We are about to do a solar upgrade to our new RV, and you can get all of these components that we're gonna use on eTrailer. It's crazy. They even carry all the Victron components and everything like that. So if you scan this QR code, you can go to our store and see all of our solar components that we've used through the years. And yeah, because we're gonna be using the components that we've used through the years, starting with
the panels on the Class C. We used these in a previous build, which was the Class C when we renovated it, and we are about to reuse them. But each other carries them. They're pretty good looking panels. all black and everything. Look,
they're a good size for the top of RVs.
Yeah,
they're
200 watts.
200 watts, they're a little narrower.
Yeah, yeah, so they fit on the side of ACs a lot of times. So let's see if this ladder will still hold. Dang. It's not good. Not good news.
What?
We gotta, you can't take these panels off without unscrewing it out of the RV.
That's the problem with Z-brackets. But we have a solution, a different solution for that there RV over there. So stay tuned.
So our plan is to do basically a minimal system to keep us from killing our batteries too fast and not being too annoyed with our solar system. These are 200 watts a piece. We're just gonna do 4 of them to give us another 800 watts on the roof of the Brinkley, so it'll put us at 1600 watts.
And of course, we'll upgrade our battery bank. It comes with just 200 amp hours.
Look at that brand new skylight thing, looks good still.
It does.
Good job, E-Trailer.
Yeah, we got that off E-Trailer too. Actually,
Literally everything on this roof right now came from E-Trailer. That's crazy.
it's so, literally, the roof itself.
The vent came from, the skylight, the solar, the AC, all the exhaust vents. That's crazy.
The roof membrane itself came from E-Trailer. So when we tell you guys E-Trailer is the place, like a one-stop shop for your RV needs,
that's it.
We're not kidding. We're not just saying it. Like literally.
That's one of the reasons we partnered with E-Trailer though, is because it's literally, they got everything.
Everything. These solar panels did us good too.
Yeah.
They still look good condition and everything.
Pretty dirty.
Yeah, I mean, we went all the way to Mexico and across Route 66, so.
Yeah, this thing traveled some miles after we put it together.
See how this works.
Man, we might
pretty
not be
stuck.
getting it off there. Look at this, pulling the roof up.
I kind of feel like I'm getting somewhere though. It's kind of like silly putty. Mm-hmm. Sounds like it too. You know that noise it makes?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
What?
I tried pulling it up a little bit and it still felt so stuck.
Yeah, mine does too.
Because there's butyl tape underneath it, I just remembered.
Oh man.
I'm thinking it's going to be a job for the grinder.
Wish we'd have thought about that before pulling all these.
Look, it's like, oh, nope, okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's still intact. The roof is good. There we go. Okay, that one's loose. Let's just loosen up all the other ones and then you can hand them down to me.
So Brinkley adds a pipe up here that's a chase to the storage area below it for if you want to add extra solar or something with wires. You can run the wires through the chase. You don't have to drill holes all the way through everything. But I don't know what one. I'm assuming it's this one.
Because it's a different colored one?
Yeah.
Or does black mean black tank?
Black tank. I don't know. It's either this one or this one though, I would think. All right, let's see if there's anything about it. They did do good at putting stuff like this in here though.
Okay, we're not finding it in the manual. Maybe it's in there and we just couldn't find it, but I found it on Facebook group. Turns out, oops, it is the black cap. All right, I've pulled all of this stuff out of the storage area in preparation for all this crawling around that Craig's about to have to do under there. And so it looks like a total wreck out here, if it didn't already look like a total wreck out here before. But we're about to get started. We gotta get the solar panels on the roof. Craig's checking out the wiring situation. This is supposed to be a simple system, but I don't know how it's gonna be.
So I think what we do first is get this battery out. So we gotta pull that wall out, see if we can get that battery out, fit our 2 batteries in there, and then put it all back. After we get that, we'll move on to the inverter and charge controller and probably a links distributor I think we'll have to install.
Y'all see this cool cover we got from Gen Y here? It has been nice since we've been sitting stationary. It covers the entire hitch to protect it, and even all the way up back here, because we have had birds build nests back here before, just when we've been like boondocking for 2 weeks in one spot. All right, so our current setup in here, we have this wall, and behind this wall is the single 200 amp hour battery. This wall is gonna have to come down in order for the battery to come out, is that correct?
Yeah, and why ain't it moving? If we can get it past that though, then I can just kind of push it over. There we go.
There we go.
Our batteries are roughly the same size, I think maybe just a little bit taller. Probably not too much. So we should be able to fit one there and then one where that one is.
Okay, battery power is disconnected then.
Yeah, right there.
Both the batteries. Don't forget, we're having all the components that we've used in our solar builds on our store at eTrailer. There'll be a link in the description. I've got all the Victron components now. And the reason why it's nice to buy from eTrailer is because you can't buy directly from Victron. So we bought from places like Amazon or different places, but Amazon doesn't have the best customer support if you have an issue or whatever. So it's nice to be able to buy these components from a trusted place.
This thing is stuck.
It's not going in any further for some reason. Oh my gosh. We were hoping not to have to remove this whole wall here, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna be able to get the batteries in with it in. So we're gonna take it out, trim it up, put it back in. Okay, so you can fit 2 460 amp hour Epic batteries in there. You can't fit 3 in this little compartment.
We need to, I guess, install that wall and start connecting all these wires back now.
This wire here has been with us for a long time, I think, since our very first solar build or whatever.
Yeah.
We've just been taking it from RV to RV to connect our batteries together.
Okay, that goes there. This one's gonna go through there.
that it?
That's it. Now I gotta figure out how we're gonna do this wall.
There we go.
I gotta add these back. That should be it. All right, we got the batteries hooked up. We just gotta make sure they're working right. We'll turn that on, we'll turn solar on.
Really, all we've done right now is increase the battery amperage, and everything should be working the same.
DC, battery. Not charging. Full capacity.
200 amp hours. See, we gotta change all that.
Yeah, how? How do you change it?
Hello?
Hello, do you guys happen to have a minute?
Well, so we switched out the 200 amp hour battery that comes in this thing, and I don't know how to make it recognize more amps.
At the bottom right corner where all that stuff is, just hold your finger on that.
A little bit over.
Oh, right there is fine.
Okay.
Oh.
No, the other side.
Oh.
Wait, but that should be.
This one?
Yeah, there.
All right, big thank you, Amber and Josh from Rugged Red Solar. They do solar installs. We've met them a few times. They helped us figure out how to get the batteries changed. We never would have figured that out.
No,
with
there's
this new Firefly system.
So we got it. We had to get it to recognize that we had a bigger battery bank, and apparently there's a secret menu. So they told us what we had to do to get that changed, and then some steps after and all that, and just some tips and pointers on ways to do our solar system. So
I'll throw a link to their website.
Yeah, super knowledgeable people, and great people too. Yeah, if you got they travel all over, so if you got solar stuff, your questions and anything, give them a call. We need to figure out where we're going to mount the second charge controller. Probably go ahead and mount it, and then run the wires from that to the bus bar. And after we run that, well, let's just do that, and then we'll figure out the next step.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. All right, we do got wires. We got some soft wires too. That's nice. We can probably use them.
So, well, we're trying to find wires that already have lugs. I don't think we have extra lugs. We can use this one. You just gotta take it out of the shutoff, or take the shutoff with us. Craig said he's turning something on.
I turned it on.
The charge controller?
Yeah, it's got power, so that's good.
Okay.
That part's hooked up right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now we just have to get the solar wires down here.
Solar wires, and then figure out
Connect it to the servo. Yeah. All right, let's figure out our solar wires. All right. Down the hatch she goes. Craig found the chase, and I think he's pulling the wires through. All right, y'all, we tried to make this work, but no matter what way we try to run these wires, they're not quite long enough. I'll show you, and it's making it so that we're not able to run them how we would really like to. We got it running here, going off. It's gonna have to be diagonal, but we're not able to like run it cleanly because there's not enough wires. So we got to order some more wires. Second big problem with getting this project done today is that we were talking to Amber and Josh with Rugged Red Solar and confirmed that the type of sealant that we need to use on the roof, what is it? The
Alphathane 5121 or something.
Alphathane 5121.
Nobody carries it here.
Nobody carries it. We got to order it. It's what we need to use for this like special roof material that we have. We want to use, like we said, we want to do everything right. Third problem we have is if we don't end this video today, you guys are not going to have a video.
Yeah, we're going out of town, so we ain't got time to finish it. All this is going to have to be on pause until we get back, but we are going to finish it.
We are going to finish it. We're going to
do something.
We're going on, wish us a happy vacation trip because we are going on a non-RV not gonna film, sorry guys, but we're putting the cameras away and we're just enjoying a little bit of time. We've been working hard out here.
Was hoping to get this done and a couple of other projects done before we left, but I don't know, guys.
We have like 24 hours till we leave. We haven't packed it. As you can see, it's getting
a wreck.
It's getting dark. It's a wreck. I don't know. So simple solar system still to come. You can watch us finish it up in the next video. You can still check out all the components that we're using on eTrailer on our page. I'll put a link in the description.
We did find out also that our storage light isn't working, so I can't see in there. And all my lights are dead. I don't have any lights with batteries charged, so.
Oh gosh, we'll have to track down that loose wire too while we're at it. We're done, okay? We're ready for the vacation. Vacation mode commence. And
All right,
we'll
guys.
see you guys next week.
Next week, bye.